Good morning, my lovelies. So today I am very much drawn to the Threads of Karma deck that I have. So let's see what messages we have today. As usual, this is for, I never quite know who this is for. So this is for someone who's watching. If this resonates with you, then it's for you. If it does not, then it's not for you. So we're going to see what the cards bring up today. Let's see what is going on. So we have, okay, clear entangled karma and clear negative energy coming out together. So there is a lot of stuff that you've got that is stopping you moving forwards. It's keeping you stuck and you need to break free from it. You need to look at the negative energy. What is it doing? What are you saying to yourself? And also, I think what a lot of people don't realize, it's not just when you talk bad to yourself, it's like, what are you saying that's bad about other people? So if you hate people that have money and then you're complaining that you've never got money, that's because you hate people that have got money, which means that if you had money, you would hate yourself. So you obviously don't want to hate yourself, so you are not going to ever have money. So it's really a case of, where are you being negative? Where are you thinking negatively? Where are you thinking about people negatively? It's like, you know, if you see people that are healed and they're happy and they're full of love and you're like, I hate people that are like that. And then you're crying when you're at home because you want to be that person, you're never going to be it because you hate it. So you have to admire it in other people, be happy for other people to have it, to be, it's like, be happy for their success, be happy for what they've got, be happy for what they have, because you can't let go until you let go. It's like, you can't bring these things in until you've removed that. And this is why a lot of people try manifesting and it doesn't work. Because I remember there was somebody I was friends with a long time ago, and I was manifesting loads of things and she wasn't manifesting anything, and she was getting really angry at me because I was manifesting so many things. But if you're really angry at someone for manifesting, then you're not going to be able to, because everybody is a reflection of you. Everybody is a version of you. So you're actually angry at yourself. So you're not going to put yourself through that. Again, embrace light and dark. True balance comes from both. You have to look at both sides of the coin. Like I said, you have to look inwards and outwards. People are like, look inwards, but everybody's looking outwards. But you can't just look inwards either. There are some people that just look inwards and they're like, well, I'm not going to look out there. But you have to also look out there too. So it's finding that balance between internal and external all of the time. 3D, 5D, light, dark, it's always there. So it's learning to actually incorporate all of it into your life, not just part of it. There is no separation. It's like you cannot have one side without the other side. Elevate your energy. Sorry, my son and I really laughed at this because it says cliff on it. And we were like, what's cliff? Got to do with joy, clarity, peace, and love. But I think it means like step off the cliff and just be free, like take a leap of faith. So I think really the word should be faith. So your energy determines your reality. So lift your vibrations and watch your world shift. This is the other thing. If you're living from a place of hate, of like, I hate these people, they've got this and they've got that, and how dare they, and they're ruining this and that, you can never be in a position that they are, ever. And you might say, well, I don't want to be, but then you're sitting at home saying, yeah, but I want this. And it's like, but to get that, you have to be like they are. You understand? So, yeah, trying to control others only limits your own freedom. Let go of the need for control and trust in the flow. That's the thing. When you're like saying this person needs to behave differently and how dare they act like that, you're trying to control something outside of there, outside of you. Something out there that's outside of you, and you can't. The only person that you can have any type of control over is yourself, internally. So you need to look within and just really be like, okay, what am I doing? Maybe at the moment you're really looking outwards. Maybe that's, why you can't see this. You're just looking at everybody else and saying, what have they got? What have they got? What are they doing? What are they? Instead of really looking at yourself and saying, okay, what am I thinking about what they're doing? What's going on within me? Because it's like you can use your external reality to see what's going on within your internal reality, in your internal being. And then once you've done that, you can start to really see what's going on inside of you. So if you're surrounded by really rich people and you're poor, and you're like, I hate that they've all got money. Why have they all got money and I've got nothing? Like, I hate them. You are never going to have money. If you can be like, I'm so pleased for these people that they've got money, that they're living their lives. This is so incredible. Like, I'm so happy for them. It's a different vibration. And all of a sudden, you'll find that money starts coming to you as well, because you're happy with people that have got money, which means that you're happy when you've got money. So it's like that shift in your thinking, you know? And honor your growth is a journey, okay? It's not a destination. So it's like, honor where you are right now and just celebrate it. Celebrate your progress. You've come a long way, you know? And especially if, I think this is for someone obviously on a healing journey. So really, really take the time just to take care of yourself and really, really sit with yourself. What are you saying? What are you doing? How are you living your life? Is it what you want? And if it isn't, why do you think you're living like that? And, you know, I see lots and lots of comments. Oh, you see, even this one, you know, create your karma so your actions today shape your tomorrow. Make choices that align with your highest good. And this is the thing. Every choice you make, if you're going against yourself, maybe you're like I said, maybe you're trying to manifest money coming in, but then, or health or something, but everything that you're doing is against that. And that's because you're putting out hate to those parts of you. If you see people that are healthy and you're like, you know, because you're not, and you're angry at them and you're like, you can never be healthy, because you're actually pushing a healthy persona away from you. So you're going to get sicker. You understand? It's like this push-pull within you. You've got to understand what's really going on inside of you. What are you pushing away? And what are you running away from? It's like, you know what I mean? You've really got to start taking that time to restore your mind, body, and spirit. And it's like, it truly happens when you align mind, body, and spirit. And you have to reconnect with yourself. Like, listen to yourself. What are you saying about yourself and others? It's okay saying, I want to be rich, or I want to be healthy, or I want to be loved, or I want to be da-da-da. But like I said, if you're then saying, I hate rich people, I hate people that are in love, like they make me sick, pass me a bucket so I can throw up. God, those damn healthy people, they can eat, well, skinny people, you know, they can eat whatever they want. I hate them. Okay, well, you're never going to be one of any of those things. So it's like, really, really pay attention. Pay attention to what's coming, not only out of your mouth, but in your thoughts as well. Your thoughts are like nasty little viruses that like just kick in. So you've really got to be careful with them. Really start to notice them. Like, don't let them have free reign. You know, they're like a crazy little kid who's running around going, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, to everybody. You know, it's like, shh, that's okay, sweetie, but sit down. Like, you know, it's just, yeah, disarm the fear. Fear limits your potential. Release it and step into your power with confidence. This is the thing. The only thing that fear fears is fear itself, because it doesn't want to see what it's scared of. So when you face your fear, you actually cancel fear out. It doesn't exist anymore, because the only thing that you were scared of was being scared. So it's you move forward, you find inner peace. Like I said, yeah, peace isn't found outside, it's cultivated within. Create stillness in your mind and soul. And it's listening to yourself. Your mind is never going to be quiet, okay? I will just say that now. Your mind never shuts up. That's its job. It just talks nonstop. And if you're one of those really, 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 really lucky people that has a mind that doesn't speak, I love you. Like, just to have that, I mean, mine's getting more like that every day, but it's still, you know, I can maybe go for a couple of hours with nothing going on, especially if I'm busy. But then, when it starts, yeah. But you learn to listen to it. You don't have to act on what it says. You recognize what it says, notice what it says, start to work with what it's saying, because it's constantly showing you where it's at. You've just got to pay attention. Yeah, unlock the pattern. The pain didn't start today. You've lived this loop before, maybe in love, maybe in lineage. Awareness is the key. Again, like I said, you've got to watch it. Listen to it. Where's it coming from? If you react to anything with any type of emotion that's very strong, that's really, it bubbles up inside of you, it is from your past. It is not from the present moment. Okay, in the present moment, we get We can be angry about something, but we respond. We're like, do you know what? Actually, I don't like that. That makes me angry. Please don't do that again. If you've got anger that's piled up from a past incident that you have a trauma wound and a trauma bond from when you were young, you are going to be like, I hate you. And that's like a whole different type of anger. This is like coming up from the depths of you. You can't let it go. You're still angry like days later. This is not from that incident. This is from something. That incident triggered anger that is already within you from an original wound. So your job is to then go back and find the original wound and release it. It's to acknowledge it, to view it, to see it, and to let it go. Because that way, if you're angry in the moment, yeah, okay, everybody gets angry. Everybody gets upset. Everybody gets hurt. But it doesn't take you like 5 days or 50 years to get over it. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's an instant thing. Okay, yes, I'm angry for 5 seconds and then I'm like, oh, whatever. And you move on. But when you've been traumatized as young and you've got trauma wounds from young, every pattern that you're in is like looped. It's like being in your own hell loop until you face it and you see it and you understand what it is. And it is one of the hardest parts of healing yourself, is to actually go in and look at those loops, because we don't want to. Because those loops are also buried with the original pain. And we buried them down there for a reason. This is why we numb ourselves. We doom scroll. We shop. We eat too much. We drink too much. We smoke. We do other things. We hang around with people we shouldn't. We do things with people that we shouldn't. We abuse our own bodies. Like, we hurt ourselves. All of this is because you don't want to face the original pain. So if you can actually go, you know what? I'm done. I am going to have a look what that original pain is, and I'm going to let it go. Wow, that was in my hand. I didn't even see it. Unbind inner chains. Yeah, your soul's ready to be free. Let go of self-imposed limitations and step into your power. And this is the thing. When you're in that pain, you impose limitations on yourself, because you don't want to do anything that's going to trigger that pain again, because you don't want to feel it. The thing is, once you release that pain, you feel so much freer. Because when you have that pain, it's like, I was reading a book a while back, and it's called Untethered Soul, I think, by Michael Singer. And he was saying that it's like having a thorn in your arm. And instead of just pulling it out at the time, you like build this contraption around it so that nobody touches it, because it really hurts. And then, you want to be in a relationship, so you have to build a bigger contraption around it, and so nobody touches it. And then, you're going out into the workforce, so you have to build a bigger contraption around it, until you literally have had to change your whole house to get through the door, because this contraption's so big. Instead of just pulling the wound, instead of just pulling the thorn out, and yes, it's going to hurt for a few moments, maybe an hour, but then it's gone. And you can move forward, and that's not building up then. Imagine, and the people say, oh, I'm so glad that I can live, I'm living and the thorn's not bothering me. No, the thorn's still bothering you. Otherwise, you've just built your entire life around you not touching it. So it was a really good thing, actually, for, that story. If you want to read that book, it's really good. It's Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. And it's really helpful in healing, because you can see what you're doing to yourself. So what we've done when we've been through trauma is we build a contraption around ourselves, this huge machine, to stop it, stop anybody touching that wound. But it builds up and it builds up. And the more you have it in, the more it creates a loop around you, and you just keep bringing it in. Have you ever had that point in your life where you just, everybody seems to be rejecting you? And it's like, what is going on? It's because you have a rejection wound. And once you deal with that rejection wound, and you go in and you dig it out and you find the original thorn and you let it go and you rip it out and you take it out, you're going to feel pain. Of course, you're going to feel the original pain of when it went in, but then it's gone and you're free. And then all of a sudden, a month or two later, you start to realize that your life has started to shift, because it's like taking all of that stuff off and going, okay, I'm done. Pull it out. Now I can live. Now I can do things that I couldn't do before. Oh my gosh, I can go into smaller spaces. I can do bigger spaces. I can jump off cliffs. There's that one over there. I can go bungee jumping. I can do all these crazy things that I always wanted to do, but I couldn't, because I didn't want anyone touching my thorn, which is your inner wounds, Yeah, love is the most powerful force. So choose love over fear, and your life will transform. And it's true. The more you choose to love yourself, instead of let that pain go. Loving yourself is not holding that pain inside of you. That's poisoning yourself. That's hurting yourself. That's self-harm. You know, the more you pull those wounds out and let go of them, and it's scary, it really is. But the moment you decide, no, I'm done. I am not going to go any further on this. I'm not going to keep doing this. I cannot live like this anymore. I'm going to go in and I'm going to pull every flipping thorn that there is out because I can't take anymore. And you start to clear the karmic weight. It's like, I mean, you get stuff coming up from past lives as well. You get all sorts of stuff coming up. I mean, I've had past lives, witch wound, all sorts come up when I was doing my healing. But I'm free from those things now. And I don't have to worry about those things showing up in this lifetime. And if they do, then I know I just deal with them at the time because there's nothing backing it. There's not like however many centuries behind me that's also in pain. And it's like, no, I'm good, you know. Okay, I'm not saying I'm perfect. Nobody is, you know, we're all striving to be perfect, but it's like I still have the odd wound that comes up, but I know that if I react badly that it's a wound, and I go back into myself and I'm like, okay, I need to step back and I need to work with this myself instead of taking it out on everybody else. I mean, you see it all over social media. All of those people that are going crazy on social media have all got wounds. They're all hurt people just hurting everybody else because they don't want to deal with their own pain. So if you're actually on this healing journey right now, maybe you're at the start of it, maybe you're in the middle of it, kudos to you. You know, my heart goes to you. What you're doing is incredible. And I think the world of you. And I think it's amazing that you're doing it. And anyone that's maybe looking at this and hasn't started yet, it's worth it. It might seem like an endless, thankless task, but do you know what? It's so worth it. And the peace you feel inside of you when these things start to let go is off the charts. Yeah, break free from emotional dependence. True independence comes from within. Free yourself from emotional reliance on others. And that's also the thing. If you're constantly, if you're trying to protect yourself in every way from all of these wounds, you can only bring people around you. It's like you're scared to be around people. This is why people are like, oh, I'm better off on my own living in the forest. No, you're actually terrified to be around people. If that's the case, like you built a contraption that's out in the forest and nobody's getting near it. You know what I mean? It's like you're not at peace. If you can be around anybody and you're okay and you can just respond in the moment, this is true peace. And the sooner people understand that, it's like you see them. You see people that actually, they stop. When someone says something to them, they stop and they think and they're like, actually, I don't agree with you. I think that's kind of disgusting and that's not something that I would do and whatever. But they respond. The people that are like, yeah, blah, 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 you know, they're the people that, they're the wounded people. And you can see it. As you start to heal, you will see more and more how wounded people are. But we have a tendency to try and help everybody else, and people don't want to hear it. People are on their own journeys. But it's for you to do your stuff so that you can be around anybody. It doesn't matter that if that person, you know, shouts at you, you're just like, okay, you know, letting you go. I don't need to be yelled at by anybody. Thank you very much. So rebuilding balanced relations. Yeah. I mean, it is time to restore balance. But what people don't understand is your relationship and balance starts within. When you're in balance within and you're in a beautiful relationship with yourself within, then you can have a beautiful relationship with everybody outside as well. So it's like, take the time to look within. Where are you not in a relationship with yourself? Where are you not in union with yourself? Set yourself healthy boundaries, let go of judgment, and align with your higher path. You know, you're an amazing person. You are a truly, truly amazing person. And you've just got to keep walking this path. And do you know what? It's a long path. And, you know, we don't know where it takes us. We don't know where we're going to end up. But it's worth every step of the way. And if you can really just throw yourself into that path, like, I don't know where it's going, but like, use it as an adventure. Where's it taking me? You know, it's like Alice in Wonderland, you know, she was a little bit scared, but she just kept going. And, you know, I mean, she was like literally crazy land. So it's like, you know, it's like her, she just kept going and she was authentic to herself. She took care of herself. She started to look after herself. You know, she was always true to her. And I think that's the thing, even in amongst all of that, she was still true to herself the whole way through. So it's quite an interesting film to watch from a healing perspective. Yeah, the biggest one, forgive yourself. It's not for others, it's for you. It frees you from guilt and shame, and you just let it go. It's not condoning what other people do. It's not saying that what they did was right or wrong. It's releasing whatever you're holding within you, the hatred, the anger, the guilt, the shame, the resentment, whatever that is, in forgiving that person. Not to that, you don't even have to do it to their face. It's not about that. I do forgiveness work where I go internal and I help people to forgive internally and in their subconscious, and it's perfect. They come out and they're like, wow, like I'm so at peace, like I feel such a relief. And then they can actually look at what happened objectively as well. So it's a really beautiful thing. It's such an amazing thing. People knock it and say, no, you're forgiving the person. No, it's not. Yes, you're forgiving the person, but you're letting it go. It's about you. It's never about them. Everything is about you. It's never about anybody else. So let's draw one last card. Let's see what the last card we need to see is. Is there one last message that people need to deal with? Whoever the lovely person watching this is on their journey. Do we have a last card, or have we said enough? I think maybe we've said enough because there doesn't seem to be anything coming out. Oh, there we go. One last card. Ooh. Let the truth set you free. Speak the truth you've hidden, your need, your fear, your regret. Freedom begins there, which is basically just what we've said. So yeah, go inwards, speak the truth, speak it out, let it go. Let it go. Go inside and take that out and speak it out. You know, there's so many of us that are taught when we're younger, we grow up in abusive situations and we're taught, shh, keep quiet. Don't say anything. Keep the peace. Don't let the neighbors know. Shh. If you let anyone know, there's going to be trouble. And this is the thing, when you open your mouth and speak your truth, even if it's just to yourself, speak it out. Speak it loud. This is what happened to me. And admit this is what happened to you. Admit that the person was, you know, they were wrong. They hurt you. They did things to you. They, you know, and other people covered it up. Like, you know, really, really start, because it also stops the patterns in your external. If you grew up in a, you know, a trauma-based environment and then you're going into relationships, you're going to go into the same relationships. This is where narcissistic relationships work so well, because you're taught to keep quiet. So you do. And you defend them and you make sure that nobody knows what's going on, which is why it's so easy for them to claim victim when they leave, because no one knew what was going on because you kept quiet, the same as you did when you were younger. So it's really, really speaking your truth, speaking up, speaking out, and letting your inner voice be heard, even if it's just by you. Mirror work is really important in healing. And I have a mirror set up in my room, little sort of handheld mirror, and I use that. I talk into it. I talk to it and I talk to myself, and I'm like, this really hurt when that person did that. And sometimes it's not even actually that abusive. You know, sometimes it's actually something that's just kind of someone being an idiot or whatever, but it really hurt you. So it's actually speaking that aloud and saying, that really hurt. I didn't like what they did. You know? So my lovely, have a beautiful day and keep going. If you're just starting out, it is worth it. It's a long journey and it will feel awful in the beginning. But I promise you, it does get better as you go along. Just make a vow to yourself that you're not going to stop. Make a promise to yourself, I'm not going to stop till all of this is out of me, because I deserve to be free. You know, if you want, write an affirmation down in the comments. I deserve to be free. And you do. You deserve to be free of all of this pain, all of these limitations, all of this awful stuff that is stuck inside of you. You deserve to be free of it all and live a life that is truly wonderful. So as always, I love you. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.